all the people who have suffered during the lockdown are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm sorry, but I had a great time. There's been a little excess of alcohol drinking. I think that went up a little notch, which normally doesn't happen. I was happy that somebody offered me a non-comic role for a change. Yes, I do feel that I've not been utilized very well. I wish people would take advantage of me, take me in a movie, use me for what I can do or what I can bring to the film. Because I think I've a lot more to give than people have taken. I hug all the people who offer me non-funny roles. I'm very happy with them. I love them. I've got way more than what I bargained for, way more than what I asked for. What I came with and what I have now, there's a huge difference. So I've got more than my due.
Hello everyone, welcome to Midday. I'm Parul Sharma and today we have with us the incredible Arshad Warsi. Hi Arshad, welcome.
Thank you, Parul, for calling me incredible.
Okay, so how has the lockdown been treating you first and foremost?
Oh God, all the people who have suffered during the lockdown are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm sorry, but I had a great time. I enjoyed myself. I love being home. I got to be home. I got to be with my kids. There was no school, and good food was being cooked, and I was chilling, and I got to start my painting again, and so I was fine.
What's like the most bizarre thing that you've indulged in during this pandemic that you otherwise wouldn't have?
There's been a little excess of alcohol drinking. I think that went up a little notch, which normally doesn't happen. Suddenly it was like, don't know what to do, getting bored. It was all that was happened. But more than that, I was enjoying it. I'll tell you what I realized. So I
Yes.
like being home, but because of this pandemic, I realized that there is a time frame for me to be home. Like I can now I realize that I can handle just staying at home for like 5 to 6 months, not more than that.
Not all.
I never knew that because my breaks would never be this long. They would
Yeah.
always be like a month. I would take a month off. I normally do that. I take a month off. I take a 2 months off. Then I go on a holiday. But they're doing something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've realized that more than 6 months. Let's say 6 months.
Saturation point is 6 months.
That's it. Then I need to start working. Otherwise, I'll go mad.
So I want to start by addressing the movie's name change from Durgavati to Durgamati. Can you shed
Uh-huh.
some light on why this has happened, this phenomena?
Can I do the most simplest answer?
Yes, please.
I don't care. They can call it whatever they want.
मेरी मूवी निकल रही है मैं खुश हूँ.
I really don't know the reason, to be honest. So I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, there must be a valid reason. You can call it Bhumi Pendikar for all I care.
Featuring Arshad Warsi
Yeah.
and some ghosts. Arshad, so this is your first serious horror genre film in Bollywood,
Right.
and I want to know what were your apprehensions going in, if there were any?
There was no apprehension at all. Uh, I think the only thing that probably gave me that bit of a thought was the horror part because I've not done it, and I'm personally not a big fan of horror films.
Right.
So that was a little bit of a. I mean, it's not just a horror film; it's a conspiracy. It's so interesting. The whole script is so interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many twists and turns to it. There's so many. It's just unpredictable. And I loved my character. I loved what I'm
Right.
playing. I was happy. I was happy that somebody offered me a non-comic role for a change. I hug all the people who offer me non-funny roles. I'm very happy with them. I love them. So yes, I was. That was a plus point. Good script was a plus point. Good actors. I really liked the director. He's a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Apart from being talented and apart from a good filmmaker, he's also a very nice human being. So I like that. So yes, it was no reason for me to say no.
And according to you, what is the recipe for the perfect horror film?
I think a good enough of thrills and good enough of fright. If it scares you, it works.
You're not a fan.
I don't know whether I should compare it, but you know how Sixth Sense is?
Yeah.
It's literally the story is being unfolded in front of you and you still don't know the story.
Right.
Bhagmati is like that.
Okay.
For me, that's an intelligent screenplay. So I like that. And yes, it is exciting and yes, it is scary. and very well defined characters. Each one has a very good reason to be there.
With your last few releases, I can see that you have slowly strayed away from that genre. Like, so has this been like a deliberate distancing and like a well thought out career move, or
No, Paul, no, not at all, not at all. I've never thought. I don't make plans for the future. So I don't know the future. For me, it's it really literally script to script basis. Uh, Personally, yes, I after about a few comedies, then I get fed up and I want to do something serious. You
yeah,
know, uh, but I keep getting offers, and unfortunately, there aren't many that I like.
right,
So that's where the whole thing lies. Last interesting thing I heard and I enjoyed and I wanted to do was Asur
yeah,
from serious roles.
yeah,
And it's been over a year, I think almost a year, that I did Asur. In between, you can imagine how many I must have heard serious roles which were not worth doing.
right.
So that's the whole problem. You got to like what you do. So I mean, movies, though, still it's fine, but in a series, if you don't like what you do, you're stuck with it, stuck with that
Long,
character forever.
yeah,
So as I said, now also I'm going to do Bachchan Pandey, which is going to be absolutely mad and funny,
yeah,
and then I get into Asur, which is really serious and
yeah.
really heavy, you know. So which is great. I like that zone.
So
I like to shuffle between this and that.
yeah, so personally, you like a mix, like a healthy mix of
I
everything.
got
A
to.
little
I
bit of
think
this,
all
a little bit of
actors
that.
do. Yeah. All, and it's fine. You know, the good part is that it doesn't bother me. As in, it's not a pressure on me when I do comedy, or neither is it a pressure on me if I do a serious role. They
Right.
both come to me as easily as each other. So I'm all right. I just would like to do more of that. That's it.
So you recently concurred with Vidya Balan when she said that she feels you're an underutilized actor, and you said, "Yeah, I am underutilized." Like
It's true.
eureka moment. So
It's true. I see. I'm very honest and very straight about everything. Pretty much, I'm quite that kind of a guy. That's why I get into trouble very often.
do you somewhere feel that like you haven't been like given your due, or like you just haven't
I
been
wouldn't say
utilized?
due. No, I wouldn't say due. See, I'll tell you, that's a whole different debate. I've got way more than what I bargained for, way more than what I asked for. What I came with and what I have now, there's a huge difference. So I've
Right.
got more than my due. Let's put it, that's the truth. You asked me about utilized. I agree with Vidya 100%, and I love her for saying that, and she's adorable. That's a different story. But the fact is, yes, I do feel that I've not been utilized very well. I wish people who take advantage of me, take me in a movie, use me for what I can do or what I can bring to the film. Because I think I have a lot more to give than people have taken.
Because you feel like you're a little bit
Oh,
underutilized. Do you think you could have done anything from your end?
underutilized? No, I couldn't have done anything. I couldn't have done anything about that. Problem what happens is that pretty much when you come into the industry and the first film you do, whatever character you play, if that character is loved, or let's say you've done a good job of that, and people have enjoyed watching that, you're bound to get stuck doing that for the next very long time.
You get slotted like
Yes,
immediately.
you will get slotted.
Right.
If you have not done a very good job and you've done a mediocre job, and of course, if you're influential, then you'll get opportunities. You'll get other things to do for you to figure out, for other to figure out what you're best at.
Right.
Unfortunately, I did a good job in my first film.
Fortunately or unfortunately.
So then I kept doing that and I kept doing that because it got money to the producers and it was safer for the writers and directors and the audience. So why would one take a chance? Then I did Seher, which somebody took a chance.
Yeah.
It is everybody appreciated it, but it's just that it was a serious film. And
Right.
if that had done well, or if that got the money for the right PR and it was released well, blah blah blah, because people liked the film, but it's that not too many people knew about the film. I would have been doing both right now.
Okay, in general, what do you think is the biggest mistake that people make when they're taking on a remake of a film?
Oh my God!
Got you thinking.
It's more than anything, it's the sensibility of the original filmmaker. You understand what I'm saying? So you have a director who's made a film, and then you have somebody else making the same film, which has done very well and
Right.
worked. Okay, and then that's a different sensibility making. Now it becomes a risky factor whether people like that or not.
Right.
Like in Durgamati, what happens is we have the same guy making both the films. So we have the same sensibility that did the Tamil version and doing the Hindi version.
Right.
It's pretty much we are in safe hands. I think the
So when
other
the director changes, there's a lot of scope of
there's a lot.
kind of derailing.
I think other than that, it's the fact of knowing what to change and what not to change. So if you've gone wrong in those decisions, you're going to go for. So many times you see the original, and in your head you think, this should have been done that way,
Right.
which could be absolutely wrong. You should not touch that part, leave that part the way it is. So you got to know what to change and what not to change.
Right.
And if you don't know that, you will change the wrong parts and mess up your film.
I'm going to play a game with you.
Why are you playing games with me? Why is everybody playing games with me? Okay, fine.
Game is called Who in Bollywood. You just have to name like people or things. Okay?
Am I going to get into trouble?
Not at all. We
Okay,
don't do
great.
controversial things. We're
Wonderful.
sweet. Who in Bollywood, apart from Bhumi Pednekar, would be perfect to play a ghost?
Ghost, I think, Vidya has done it and she's done it very well.
Right.
She's done that eerie, scary bit and she was very good in it. So I think, yeah, Vidya is one. Just for the heck of it, I'd like to see Kareena playing something like this.
Who in Bollywood, apart from you, would you like to see portray the role of Circuit?
I think Amir would do it the best.
Who in Bollywood would be your idea of the perfect ensemble castmates alongside you?
I have a feeling Bachchan Pandey will be, which will be something that we've never done, and people are going to like seeing Akshay and me in one frame.
Okay.
I think it's going to be quite electrifying.
Absolutely. I'm actually dying to see where that
Yeah.
goes. Okay. Who in Bollywood has been your most memorable co-star, male, female, whatever?
Oh God, putting me in trouble.
Just off the top of your head. Come on. Whatever's
Vidya.
there.
I have to say Vidya because she's too sweet. Yeah, she says lovely things about me. Vidya.
Who in Bollywood is your favorite artist right now? Like the work that they're doing right now?
Female, I'm a big fan of Deepika.
Okay.
And from the guys, I think Ranbir is one of the best actors we've ever had.
In your perfect out-and-out comedy, if you had to cast people, who would you cast?
Akshay, Ritesh, Ajay, I think Rajkumar Rao is brilliant. All these people in a film together would be quite mad.
I think you should make it happen.
Yeah, quite mad.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an
Pleasure.
absolute pleasure, and good luck
Same.
for everything in the future.
Thank you. Wish you the same. Merry Christmas. Happy New
Thank
Year.
you, sir. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.